I like the fact that you are four different characters, at least from a fan point of view. And how did you guys meet? You're all different characters. You seem to come from different worlds. How did you four meet?
Just through music, basically. So David and John both are from North Carolina. They knew each other and played music together back there. Brian is kind of from Tucson, and he was from San Diego when I met him. And it was really just through mutual, for appreciation for the same styles of music. And just like, it's a small world, the music world that we live in. So I knew David moved out to Portland, I think in the mid 90s or something. And so I met him then, and I booked a show for Brian's band one time when they were on tour. And John, I heard about through mutual friends from North Carolina. And so we all liked the same music in general and liked each other's bands. And so when we got to a spot where we, none of us were in any bands at all for the first time in any of our lives, we just naturally gravitated towards each other.
And being a band from Portland, does it affect the sound you guys make? I mean, I've never been to Portland. Is Portland what we really think it is? I mean, is it like, can it be called like maybe the new Seattle or I don't know. Is it a real music city where every street there's a great pub with great bands and original bands? Is it really like that?
It's way worse. No, it's kind of like that. I mean, it's compared to, especially when I first moved to Portland, there was still quite a few clubs, but it felt like there just, weren't that many bands at the time. There were some pretty great bands, but and nobody seemed to be paying any attention to the bands from Portland. But yeah, like probably starting around 2000, 2001, there just started to be more and more clubs and more just varieties of clubs and different styles of music and scenes that like I was completely unfamiliar with that were like huge scenes in Portland. But yeah, I wouldn't say that there's any rival, wait, what am I talking about? That it's not like small Seattle. It's like, it's its own thing. It's a pretty different thing. But the one thing that Portland has always had going for it is that it's, even when it was a small undiscovered scene, it was like very, very, very supportive. So I don't know if you know that band, the fucking Champs.
Oh, I don't.
They're a fantastic band, like instrumental kind of metal band, and put out records on Drag City. And they even had songs dedicated to Portland because, they were touring all over the US, but Portland just had this special kind of reaction to them, which I feel like has not really necessarily changed over the years.
So there's a real camaraderie between bands from Portland?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say the one that almost to a fault, like in the late 90s, people would support each other, be super supportive of each other, even if they knew that, like his band actually kind of sucks, but then to his face, he'd be like, oh, you guys were awesome or whatever. So, but I think that that's actually helpful to get like people to just keep working on stuff and not just like, oh, well, screw this, I'm not good at it, I'll just quit. Like, just keep working on it. I think that's one of the reasons why, Red Fang, I was like 33 or something when I started playing in Red Fang. And like, that's the time when a lot of people are like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to hang up the guitar and, or play in my bedroom or whatever.